Hey, I'm back continuing my reviews on the Ghostbusters series with Ghostbusters 2. Now, Ghostbusters 2 was made in 1989. Stars Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, Rick Moranis, and Sigourney Weaver once again. You got the same characters back from this one as the first one. You got one of my favorite characters back again, too. Um, yeah, I named her in the first one, but I can't remember. But it's Janine from their secretary from the first one in Ghostbusters. Their secretary. Um, she's just one of my favorite characters. Yeah, Annie Potts. She's hilarious. I love her. In this one, she's got a good line. I know it's kind of cheesy or whatever, but they're calling in and she answers the phone and she says, "Yep, Ghostbusters," and they answer or whatever, and then she says, "Yes, we're back," and it goes off and does the thing. But it's just great. I love these movies. Yeah, you got Ivan Reitman directing this again. You got Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, writing it once more. Which those two together writing a movie is just got gold written all over it. Probably, obviously. Um, Yeah, you got Pete Bankman back. You got all the cast back from the original one. Now this one's a little bit different. It's the same deal, as the first one. Only got a different villain in this one. In this one, you got a painting. The guy's name is Vigo, and he comes out of the painting or whatever. And hey, don't ruin that, honey. Just you can look at it, but don't ruin it. My daughter's in here while I'm doing a review. She wanted to sit in here and do it. So, anyway, yeah, so you got Vigo, and he's in this painting, and he was supposedly some like kind of magician way back in the day, and he was I don't know, a madman, crazy, psychotic, and then you got this like river of slime underneath New York and all the subway tunnels and stuff, and it's like this river of slime, and the slime like if it gets on you or anything, it like turns you like into a dick basically. I guess it's from everybody in New York being like just the way they are. Not all nice people, I guess. I've never been in New York. I can't say, but a lot of rich people there. So, anyways, so this takes place 5 years after the first one. The Ghostbusters in this one are kind of like everybody's forgotten about them. It starts off where like Winston and Dan Aykroyd's character are they're like doing a birthday party for these kids or whatever, and trying to be like a clown shows up at your birthday party, trying to entertain these kids or whatever. And these kids are like, yeah, whatever, the Ghostbusters, what do you do? They're kind of out of business and that. They're not they're not famous like they were in the first one or at the end of the first one, and they haven't done anything, I guess. So, um, yeah, so you got this evil guy inside this painting who's trying to get out. Who later you find out that he's trying to like get Sigourney Weaver's baby that she had in between one and two, and like he wants to transfer his soul into this baby so he can like, you know, start a new life or whatever the hell. And then you got this weird guy who works at the museum where Sigourney Weaver works, and he's taking care of this painting. And this guy inside the painting like corrupts this guy and turns him into a total creeper and shit. And he's pretty nuts. Yeah, so you got these guys like trying to figure out what's going on. Um, They're getting ghosts back in town. They're getting Sigourney Weaver's character's complaining now because she's got this like ghost after her baby and shit. And apparently in between one and two, Rick Moran or Bill Murray's character and Sigourney Weaver's character like broke up because at the end of the first one they kind of got together and they were like a couple, I guess. And then in between the first one and the second one, they didn't. They like broke up or whatever. Um, this one's got the famous scene at the end of the movie where they get in the Statue of Liberty and they're like walking around New York in it and stuff, which is pretty cool. I know my son's like a huge New York fan and he's a huge Statue of Liberty fan, and so he always likes that scene when they're in the Statue of Liberty at the end. He always thinks that's pretty cool. So yeah, you got you got that going on, and then you got like this guy that works for the mayor who's a total dickwad. Plays it's like the mayor's assistant. His real name is Kurt Fuller. He's been in a lot of funny movies, um, but he kind of plays a serious role in this. He's the assistant to the mayor, and he actually gets the Ghostbusters like committed into a nut house in this one and shit. I mean, he's a real dick, and these people are just they're just trying to save New York from ghosts, man. Like they're not doing any harm or anything, they're funny. Now this one is a good one. It's a good sequel. I really like this movie. It's really good. It's not as good as the first one, I don't think. It's not much worse than the first one. It's not any worse, and it's not any better, really, in my opinion. The first one is a little bit better, but this one is just as good. I mean, it really holds up with the first one. Dad's almost done. So yeah. Anyways, you got Ghostbusters 2 here, and I really don't know what else to say about this movie. They end up killing the bad guy at the end. Guy ends up coming out of the painting eventually. They end up killing him with their photon packs, and yeah, I mean, yeah, you got Rick Moranis' character, kind of like a little bit of a love thing going on with their secretary Janine, which is pretty cute. Yeah, really not much more to say about this one, I guess. It's fairly simple. I mean, it's just same thing as the first one, a little bit different, but pretty much the same thing. I know the first one was a huge hit, obviously, or they wouldn't have came out with the second one. Now this one, I don't know what it gets on IMDb. I know the first one was like a 7.4. This one gets a 6.5. Yeah, that seems about right, I guess. I guess, I don't know how it did at the box office. Apparently it didn't do good enough for it to warrant another sequel, or maybe they just didn't want to do another one. Not really sure what the story is on that. I mean, I would have liked to have seen another sequel. I would have liked to have seen Ghostbusters 3. I'd have rather seen I'd have rather seen a Ghostbusters 3 with these characters in it, even with them older. Now, I know Harold Ramis died a few years back. And I think they had talked about doing another one, and then it was too late, and Harold Ramis had already passed away. I guess you could have done it without him. As long as you had Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver, Rick Moranis, if you brought those guys back, it would work, I think it would work. I definitely think it would have worked. Yeah, like I said, Ghostbusters 2, great sequel. Not as good as the first, but definitely worth watching. I don't know if I'm going to do the remake or not. I have it. It's okay. I just, like I said in the first, it'll turn into a fucking rant video. And it's not, it's not good. I shouldn't be swearing. My daughter's in here. I'm sorry about that. But it would turn into a rant video basically, and I just don't want to really get into that. I guess it's not. I'm only reviewing movies right now, the ones that I like to watch during Halloween time, and it's just not one of them. So maybe I'll review it at a later time, but it's not going to be right now. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got to say about Ghostbusters 2. If you've never seen it, definitely check it out. It's a good sequel. I'm going to stop repeating myself, and I'll see you guys back for more videos. Thanks.